Hey Slick Review fans, coming at you with another video. In this episode, we're checking out possibly the perfect travel charger for your iPhone. So what we're checking out in this video is a portable MagSafe power bank that I found for the iPhone. This is not a sponsored video. They did not reach out to me. I paid my own money for this one, and I bought it mostly for a trip that I went on recently and just trips going forward as well. That's typically when I need, an external battery pack like this, or if I'm gonna be out like all day long. Now, the iPhone 14 Pro Max that I've got here and my 13 Pro Max the same way are battery champs. Like I'm typically not in a place where I'm running to a charger or anything, even if I'm out all day long, but sometimes I just like to throw something in my pocket like this. Now, a lot of the other battery packs that I have are pretty large, and they're not really pocket friendly or anything like that. This one is. It's really slim. It's only about 15 millimeters, they say. It's got about 6,000 milliamps in it. Now, what does that mean for charges? Basically one full charge. We could go through all the different iPhone models. On the Amazon listing, they do have a section of it that tells you how many charges you can get, and it goes down to like 12 mini and 13 and 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. So the short version is basically one full charge. On some of the smaller devices, like your just regular iPhone 13s and your 12 minis, you might get a little bit more than that, maybe even 1.5 charges, but basically one full charge is kind of the one size fits all answer. And because it's MagSafe, it just slaps right on the back. You don't really have to fuss with it or anything like that. So you could just run around like this if you wanted to. I envision myself more just putting it in a pocket or a bag or something and only really taking it out when I want. And when you want to use it, there's a button here on the bottom, because just attaching it doesn't do anything. But you press the button on the bottom here, and then there you go, starting to charge up. Really kind of slick, and what I also like about it, if you don't want to use it like that, because maybe you have a nice case or something and you don't want to take the case off and then put this on and put the case somewhere else, right? So you can just do charging like this. That goes at 7.5 watts, which is a little bit slower, but that's kind of the convenience, is you can just kind of do it wireless like this and put it in your pocket or in a bag or whatever while it charges up. If you want to use it wired, what's kind of cool is the port here on the bottom, USB-C, for charging the device itself. You charge up in about 2 hours from dead, but this is also out as well. So if you have a USB-C to Lightning cable, you can charge it using 20 watts. Now that can get your iPhone up to about 50% in about 30 minutes. So what I think of a use case like traveling or something like that is, maybe you're at a restaurant, maybe you stop for lunch or coffee or something, you're gonna be there probably 30 minutes anyway. If your iPhone is kind of struggling, or if you just want to top up or whatever, grab your cable, set all this on the table, line it up and plug it in and leave it while you're having your meal. You're gonna be there at least 30 minutes, and then this is charged up, about 50%, and you're ready to go. All to tell you, I think it's a really kind of slick device. I picked it up just for my personal use. They're priced really reasonably right now too. They're listed at like 40 bucks, but then at least right now, if you're a time traveler from the future and this is gone, don't hold it against me. But at least right now, there's a 20% coupon off of that already. So that takes the price down to about 32 bucks. For all that you're getting here, nice slim package, 6,000 milliamps, which is a charge or more depending on your model. It's MagSafe compatible, 7.5 watts wirelessly, 20 watts wired. There's really nothing that I can find wrong with it, especially because it's a slim, lightweight package. There's really nothing bad to say about it. So it did meet my use case. Like I said, I took it on a trip here recently, and pretty much any time I'm traveling or I'm gonna be out for a really long, all day long, this is definitely the one I'm reaching for. I can highly recommend this one. So the link is down in the description for you to check out. What I want to know from you all is, what do you think of this battery case? How does this compare to other ones you've seen in the past? Like I said, earlier in the video, typically what I've relied on is just a power bank. This is the first one that I've had that's like, MagSafe wireless. I've typically had a much larger power bank that I have to use cords and all sorts of stuff. So I really like this one. What I want to know from you all is, what do you think of this? Let us know down in the comments. If you have any other comments or questions, please leave them down below. I like to hear from you all. If you'd like to get in touch, my social media links are down in the description as well. And last, before we go, if you enjoy straightforward, to the point content like this where we find great deals online from well-known and upcoming brands, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Pretty easy and free ways to help support the channel. That's all I've got for you this time. I'm Zach, this is Slick Reviews, and I'll see you in the next video.
This review was completed following several weeks with a product I purchased for personal use. As always, the manufacturer had no editorial input, copy approval, or early preview. To see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel.